Hello, welcome to English 1, Unit 8, Part 1, with Professor Neil and his TA, Young-hee.
Hello everybody, this is TA Young-hee.
Hey Young-hee, you like the scenery?
Yes, beautiful. Where is here?
It looks like the Yorkshire Dales.
Yorkshire Dales in England?
Yes.
Looks very beautiful. No one there.
No, it's a very peaceful place. You can go there for a bit of peace and quiet.
Ooh, spaceman.
Yes, the spaceman. Okay, let's get started with today's unit. Today's unit, we're looking at abilities.
Abilities.
Abilities are things you can do. So we're going to start by just looking at what it means and introducing you to some of the grammar. So you can see at the top it says write sentences about your abilities. Start with the words I can or I can't. Can, can't. If you have the book, you will notice on the next page grammar focus is about the word can.
Ooh, write down time.
Yes. So here at the top you see it says can. On the left, on right it says can, can't. Can is a modal auxiliary verb.
Modal auxiliary verb, 조동사.
Okay. If you go to Google and type in modal auxiliary verb, so if you have your computer, you set it up and you type in modal auxiliary verb, and then click Google search, you should see something like this. Modal auxiliary verbs. Helping and modal auxiliary verbs. What is a modal auxiliary verb? Of course, that's all in English.
I say 조동사.
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 And if you click on the button Images, when you get to Google, you can probably see something to help you a little more graphical. So you can see the first one here, ohmyenglish.com. For example, English study page, they have examples of the modals. And here you can see examples of modal auxiliary verbs.
Professor Neil, that's only my English, not all my English.
Oh, sorry. Only my English. Oh, yes, sorry.
I'm just helping you.
Okay.
So, modal auxiliary verbs is a helping the main verb's meaning.
Yeah.
So,
probably doesn't help that I lost my glasses today. That's a good example. So yeah, can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, ought, from onlymyenglish.com are examples of modal auxiliary verbs. And they usually function with the main verb in a sentence, so they don't function by themselves. And today we're looking at the one can. If you have some time on your hands and you have access to a laptop or you have access to Google, you could type in can and do a Google search yourself. For now, we're going to load up the book again and return to the starter with abilities.
abilities, things you can do.
Yes. So the modal auxiliary verb can is often used to talk about your abilities. It is describing how well you can do something.
So, modal auxiliary verb can use to show whether you can do it.
Yes, you can do it.
Or you cannot do it. And then if you can do it, also you can say how well you can do it.
Yes, and we're going to explore that in this chapter. So we're going to start first with, so you have the vocabulary: play volleyball, paint pictures, drive a car, ride a bicycle, play an instrument, and lastly, snowboard. So match them with the picture. If you need to do that, pause the video. Otherwise, come with us as we work our way through each ability.
Ooh.
So Younghee, what's the first one?
Looks like guitar and piano.
So which ability is it?
Play an instrument.
Yes, play an instrument. A piano is an instrument. A guitar is an instrument. There are many different types of instruments.
Musical instrument.
Musical instruments. Very important that, yes. Musical instrument. So we want to build some questions. So for example, we play an instrument up there. And if you look at the grammar bit, there was the question section. And you can see here you have can, can't. Then you have the pronouns. Then you have the verbs. So the verb we're looking at here, play, play.
Professor Neil, can you play an instrument?
Yes, but not very well. And we're going to work our way through that explanation. So you can see here it says you use the can, the pronoun, the subject, and then the action. So let's do that. So we add in can at the beginning. There we go, can. And then we want to add in the pronoun. So we're going to use you. And it's a question, right, about the play of an instrument. So lastly, we need the question mark. There we go, question marks in to make it a question. Can you play an instrument?
Wow, that is very fancy effect.
Yes, effects. So I can do effects. I can do effects. So, Younghee, can you play an instrument?
Yes.
Okay, so yes. No there because it's can. You need the yes or no answers. So, yes, I can, or no, I can't. You only said yes. So we're going to say that. Yes, comma, I can. Now, in the example in the book, you get the stop here. Often, it's because you're already just repeating something. So Younghee could have said, yes, I can play an instrument. But she doesn't need to repeat that.
So you can answer, yes, I can, in short form. Or you can say, yes, I can play an instrument.
Yes, so sometimes you might want to say the full sentence. Especially if there is a w question.
I remember previous units. What question is searching for information.
Information, new information, or often you're after new information about the person you're talking to. So here it said, yes, I can play an instrument. So you might want to ask a what question. What?
So what instrument can you play?
Yes, or what can you play? So Younghee's question is right. You could say, what instrument can you play?
Or what can you play?
Yes, because here you don't need to repeat it again in the conversation. Instruments already been mentioned. So what can you play? And then you will give an affirmative statement, not negative, because we've already...
I said yes.
Yes, we've already established that it's yes, so we're going to be affirmative. And here, so it's a what question. You'd be like, I can play. Play a question, well, no. So here's the extra information that you're going to add, the new information. What can you play?
I can play piano.
Yes, you
can play the piano.
Younghee can play the piano. You can hear the piano in the background. But for this example, to relate to the picture, we're going to say guitar, even though there is a piano there too. Alright, So, made a statement because it has a stop at the end. I can play guitar. Notice I've left a gap here because you can also say I can play the guitar. But again, the is for some reason here in our grammar optional. There it is. It can come in. So it's like I can play the piano. I can play piano. I can play violin. I can play the violin. With musical instruments, often the case of the determiner the is optional. And we'll explore that more as we work our way through the different abilities. So we've got play an instrument, and the next one, Yoonghee? What's the next one? What's the next ability?
Drawing, painting.
It's best if you read the book, because if you don't read the book, you can't find the answer.
Pictures.
And best you read the book.
Paint pictures.
Yes. Paint pictures. So once again, build our question. Can you paint pictures? Can you paint pictures?
Professor Neil, can you paint pictures?
Wait, Yoonghee. We're going to work our way through things.
Patient.
Yes. So once again, yes, no question. So go on, Yoonghee. Ask me the question.
Professor Neil, can you paint pictures?
No, I can't. Can you paint pictures?
No, I can't.
No. So yes, we don't have the artistic ability. Many of our Dongso students are very good at painting pictures because their major is design and art. So I have seen during class them painting and drawing pictures.
Wow, wonderful. I really envy people with good painting pictures abilities.
Yeah, so we said, both of us said, no, I can't. Can't. And as before, you could say, no, I can't paint pictures. So paint pictures is not. But once again, you might want to ask a follow-up question. You are interested. You're like, but here you cannot say what can you paint. Because they've said no, you cannot say what can you paint because they can't paint pictures. So you're more likely to ask a why, which is not in the list here.
Why not?
Exactly, why not? Or why can't you paint pictures? Now, short version, you could say why not. This is the long question and polite way of saying, why can't you paint pictures?
Professor Neil, why can't you paint pictures?
Good question. Alright, so I need to give a negative statement. Alright, a negative statement here. I use the can't. So I can't paint pictures. But because it's a why, what word's coming next, Yoonghee? Because. There we go, a big because. Alright, I have to just change the place there. Oh. Alright. Oh, there we go. It jumped. I can't paint pictures because I don't have ability. So I don't have the ability. I don't have painting ability. I can't play the piano because I don't have musical ability. So this part of the unit, the starter, is about abilities. If you have the ability, you can do it. If you don't have the ability, you can't do it. That is, so you can use this for many possible answers. Something to practice. Can you paint pictures, Yoonghee?
Yes, I can. Or yes, I can paint pictures.
Very good. What can you paint?
I can paint faces. I can paint pictures.
Portraits.
I can paint portraits. For the face picture, we call it portrait?
Yes.
Okay.
Face picture.
I didn't know that.
Okay, very good. Yes. So if you can paint people's faces, you can paint their portraits.
Portrait. Portrait is pictures of people's face.
Yes, and if you take photographs of people's faces, you're taking photos of their portrait. Just watch out for Dorian Gray, though.
What's Dorian Gray?
Well, Dorian Gray is a story.
Oscar Wilde.
Yes.
The aging pictures.
Yes. If you look up that one, Dorian Gray loved his portrait so much he never wanted to age, and so he did a deal with the devil. I'm not recommending you do that. Right, not even to get a good grade on your test.
Headache. TMI.
Alright, so we're done, yes. Play a picture, paint a picture. Alright, so that's established the main grammar. Alright, we can go a little quicker here. So, Yonghi, if you ask me the question.
Ooh. Professor Neil, can you snowboard?
Yes, I can snowboard.
Wow.
Very good.
Ooh,
Yes.
cool. What can you snowboard?
I can snowboard the half pipe.
Oh, wow. Impressive, Professor Neil.
Yes, a younger version of me can do that. So there you go. So can you snowboard? Yes, I can snowboard. What can you snowboard? I can snowboard the half pipe.
Excellent.
So follow-up questions are good for building on the information. Next one we have
beach ball or
volleyball. Volleyball. So go on, Yonghi, ask me the question.
Can you play any sport?
Yes, I can. Not play sport. Can play sport. Yes, I can play sport.
And what sport can you play, Professor Neil?
Okay, for the sake of matching the book, I can play volleyball.
Ooh, I can play volleyball too.
Ooh, we should go to the beach and play volleyball.
Wow, it'd be great.
Yes, people do. Wow, excellent. Alright, so next up, we have drive a car. Can you drive? So you can say, can you drive? Alright, but in this example, so you might say, yes, I can drive. And then they're like, what can you drive? So then we have the example here. What can you drive? I can drive a car. So you could say, can you drive a car? That's okay. But people usually ask you a question like, can you drive? And you say, yes, I can drive. What can you drive? I can drive a car. See me, I can drive a motorbike.
Yeah, Professor Neil, I saw you riding a red Vespa.
Ah, wonderful. I love to drive my motorbike.
Yeah?
Yonghi, can you drive?
No, I can't drive.
Yes. Why can't you drive?
I don't have a driving license.
Yes, as Yonghi said it, I don't have a driving license. So you could have said, I can't drive because I don't have any driving ability. It's fine, but often with driving car, we say, I don't have a license. I have a license, I can drive. Yonghi doesn't have a license, so she can't drive.
I don't want to drive.
Dangerous roads, dangerous roads.
Dangerous for my piano fingers.
So last one. Might enjoy obsession with piano. Can you ride?
Yes, I can ride a bicycle.
Yes, I can ride a bicycle. I can ride. So like the driving. What can you drive? I can drive. Yes, I can drive. What can you drive? I can drive a car. Here. What can you ride? I can ride a bicycle.
But I don't like riding bicycle. My piano
you
fingers.
like walking. Again, you can have the negative. Can you ride a bicycle? No, I can't ride a bicycle. Why can't you?
'Cause I have never learned to ride a bicycle.
Yes.
I have never tried to ride a bicycle.
Yes. So there are options here. It's all not just one answer. So we're just trying to provide you with some examples of choices for follow-up questions.
Just a moment. Let me write down all these things. Today, a lot of information.
Yeah, you can go back through it. You've got the book, and there's going to be homework, and there's going to be assignments, so you can practice. So let's look at the dialogue. This one fills up quite a lot of time. So Young-hee, let's first. So once again, as we read through the dialogue, circle can or put an arrow. Right, pay attention to the number of cans in the dialogue and can'ts. Okay, so let's do that. So Young-hee, I'll read John, you read Alex. Are you ready?
Yes.
I need some advice. Can you help?
Sure, what can I do?
I have an old guitar at home. It needs tuning. How can I fix it?
That's easy. Get an electric tuner.
Where can I find one?
You can buy one at any instrument shop.
Very good. So you notice the use of can. Can. Right? So here, John asked Alex for advice. I need some advice. Can you help me? Sure, I can help you. What can I do? Right? I have an old guitar at home. It needs tuning. How can I fix my old guitar? That's easy. Get or buy an electric tuner. Where can I find an electric tuner? You can buy an electric tuner at any musical instrument shop.
Oh, I didn't there's an electric tuner.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah, I was thinking of the fish.
Young Kitty loves tuna.
So you notice there's a lot of use of and there. And then in our one we have the subject plus can plus verb to make a statement. Here, but here's the verb buy. Alright, you is the subject. And notice in each case there's a main verb. So here, can you help? The main verb is help. What can I do? Do is the verb. How can I fix it? Fix is the verb that goes with can. That's easy, get an electric one. Where can I find? Find is the main verb. And here, as we said, you can buy. Buy is the main verb. So there's always a main verb. Modal auxiliary verbs do not work by themselves. Right? They always need something to go with them.
Because they are helping main verbs meaning.
Yes. So, with these ones, you want to make work questions. So we're going to, this is going to be homework. This is going to come up in the homework. Alright? We're going to have some questions here for you about the dialogue. Can Alex help John? What can Alex do? What can John get? Where can John find a tuner?
These are all homework.
Yes, they will be coming up in homework.
So we better write down. Write down.
So that was a lot of grammar to do with can. Most of you have had the idea. You got questions, and if there's no what, you got a yes, no. Can he ask? So here we've got like, can I ask? And then you've got, just to give you a little extra tip here, can I ask? You might say, yes, you can ask. No, you can't. Another option, you might say, maybe you can ask. There's always an option too. If the word has been taken out. Right? Can he, notice, can he ask? Here, he does not change any style to the grammar. The modal is not affected by the subject he. It stays the same. Same with she. Oh, we'll jump past that one for now. So we changes to you. Can we eat? Yes, you can. No, you can't. And in part 2, we're going to look at the grammar a little bit more. What can I ask? If there's what can I ask? You can ask a question. That's it. But with these ones, you can also give a short answer. What can I ask? A question. Who can I ask? You can ask the teacher. Right? You can give short answers too.
It's very good. Useful. Short is always good.
What can I ask? A question. Who can you ask? The teacher. When can I ask? You can ask now. Alright, short answers are possible too. Where can I ask? You can ask in the classroom. How can I ask? You can ask nicely. It's a grammar thing. So if you're stuck on it, go through it again, play it again, have a look at it, pause the video. We'll go over some more grammar after the break. But for now, we're going to take a pause because that is the end of part 1.
Ooh, already finished.
Yeah, that was quite a lot. So bye for now. Thank you for joining us. Spaceman. Bye.
Bye.